Good morning, evening, afternoon, I'm Tito Cat. Welcome to my channel. Today we are playing My Dangerous Life. Ooh. Why am I saying it like it's a scary... well... Last time it was kind of scary. On the morality level, it was a bit scary. Because Brad did some things. His mom dying does not make up for the fact that he acted without consent. But My Dangerous Life. Previously, we're still stuck in the hotel. We tried to talk to the police. The police didn't listen, because why would they? They're probably dealing with a lot of phone calls right now. We probably don't sound very credible. Brad decided to get too frisky. Tore off Hinata's pants, even though Hinata's like, no, but then got distracted by the TV. And on the TV, his mom was listed as one of the deaths, which we all saw coming, but it's still sad. And now he's venting, and we're listening to him vent. So that's what's happening. So let us continue. Oh yes, they were playing basketball.
それが嬉しいなんてどうかしてるっつうの
But she was still happy. I wonder why. Just because you're bad at something doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. I'm bad at video games, but I love them. Same with YouTube. I'm bad at YouTube, but I love YouTube. Yes, posting for you guys is something that brings me joy, so I keep doing it. I listened to him without saying anything. It was only a brief recollection. But to Brad, it was a precious memory of his family. And irreplaceable.
俺笑顔にしてやりたかったんだ
I just wanted to make her smile.
母さんのこともう一度笑顔にしてやりたかった
I really wanted to see her smile like that again.
本当は
That's all
それだけだったのに
Sorry, I didn't know you weren't done talking. That's all I wanted, but... Brad grabbed the front of my shirt. And his voice broke.
僕思ったんです
Listen, here's how I see it.
ブラッドとブラッドのお母さんはちゃんと親子だなって
You were family.
心の奥では分かり合ってたし
Deep down, the two of you always understood each other.
お互いにちゃんとお互いのことを思いやってたんだから
You were both thinking of each other all the time.
ひなた
Hinata.
ありもうちょいこうしてていい
I'm sorry, but can we stay like this a little longer?
もちろんです鼻かんでもいいですよ
Not on me. I read faster. Sometimes I burst out things before I've read them out loud. You can blow your nose on me if you like. Please don't. Don't blow. No, please. You can cry on me. But don't actively blow your snot onto. And I bet his head is like right here. You know? So like it's gonna get all in the crevices. Of like between your neck and the hood of the hoodie, and it's just going to be so much snot, and you know it's a sad time, but no, please don't blow your nose on me. No, at least not right here.
バカ噛むかよ
Idiot. I'm not going to do that. Brad smiled weakly as he clung to me. After Brad had finally calmed down a little, we headed over to his mother's house. Chapter 9? Is this still the same day? I'm gonna assume it's not. I assume this is a different day. Day 4 or 5. Maybe a little bit longer since it's his funeral, Because that takes a couple days to set up. We'll say day 7. Assuming time has just leaped now. And we're still in these clothes. Okay. Did I not have any other clothing? I feel like I would have. You know, maybe I just have the same jacket that I wear all the time. And I just have a ton of white shirts that I wear underneath. The funeral for Brad's mother was a quiet affair. Relatives and close friends attended. Alan and Chad came too. Even at the funeral, Brad and I were still painfully aware of the danger we were in. Alan and Chad knew that, so they agreed to come along for our sake. Brad was standing next to me, and his eyes were still red and puffy. Well, his eyes are always red. But okay. Before we had gone out, Brad had smiled wryly and noted that he looked absolutely miserable. His expression now and the image of his mother's face when we saw her last were shockingly similar. My heart ached. Yes. Oh, okay, her voice was higher pitched, wasn't it? Yes. Even though we're in this situation, I'm still his mother. I know him very well. They were very alike. Both of their smiles were etched into my heart. It'll be okay. I'm sure she understood you. I'm not sure if Brad had heard me properly. My words may have been carried away by the wind. However, I thought I saw him give the tiniest nod. Dot 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 dot.
Oh.
That guy. Brad spoke softly. He was looking at a man who was standing apart from everyone else. He was wearing sunglasses, and his face was almost covered by his hat.
Huh?
What's wrong?
くそ
I'm sure that's him. Is that his dad? Is he gonna go punch him? That's a very Brad thing to do. Brad was already walking towards the man. Or like grab his collar or something. I hesitated for a second, then followed him.
なあ
Are you my father? Is he gonna go... Brad, I am your father. Or something? Okay, it ruins it if you just label as Brad's father. You can't even give us a question mark, and have him go, yes, I'm your father. You just like, nah, straight up, Brad's father. Brad stared into his eyes through the sunglasses.
Eh?
Brad, what are you saying? I've looked at photos of him so often. This man is my father. As he said that, I realized that they did give off the same kind of vibe.
おい
They were vibing. So, the only way to get you to turn up was a funeral?
あの、
Brad, you shouldn't say that. It's true, though. It's fine. I am the only one who made him say things like that. Their voices were quite similar, too. It suddenly hit me. This person didn't seem like a bad person, no matter how I looked at him. But what? Hinata, I don't have much faith in your judge of characters. You ran with the group of guys who ended up being your kidnappers because you thought they were safer than the police? So I'm just saying, it's I knew because, just like Brad, there is so much kindness in his voice. This kid's gonna get kidnapped again. Or end up dating a serial killer. And it's gonna be real obvious too. Like, there's gonna be bodies in the fridge. And he's like, but he's like the nicest guy. Thinking about it. Oh, sorry, Brad. I used my regular voice for you. Thinking about it. You never came by once to check in on me. Or Mum? Mum? You suddenly British? I guess Mum isn't necessarily only British. Is it? Or is it UK, Ireland, European-y? I just didn't expect him to say mum. I feel like his accent has been wrong this whole time. I don't think I can do a deep British accent. I can barely do a regular British accent. I've been told my British accent is not too offensive. Which I feel like is a really good compliment. No, they were father and son. Brad's voice was cold. Well, his dad just disappeared. Of course his voice is going to be cold. Your mother would be sad to see you quarrel like this.
いや
That might be true, but Brad narrowed his eyes. Say something. You don't want to cause a fuss here, do you? Brad's father stared at him pensively. I could tell from the line on his face that he was serious. Was seriously thinking about something. Is this really the man who selfishly abandoned his family?
おい
The police said that they knew where you were. Oh, they knew your whereabouts. Was that a lie? Where were you? And what were you doing? Since you were at a funeral, Brad was trying to keep his voice down, but it still carried across the graveyard. Brad's eyes were burning with questions.
なあ
Brad. Alan turned up beside Brad.
ああ
What is it? Something's wrong. Some strangers are mixed in with the friends and family attending the funeral.
No.
Huh? Brad and his father both drew in sharp breath. And then, as though looking for a spot to hide, they scanned their surroundings. I was simply confused and didn't know what to do. Those men in black over there, who are they?
いや
They're not amateurs. They're professionals.
は
Professionals?
あ
I can tell just by their smell. Their smell? You can tell by their smell? Did you go up and snip them? How did you get their smell? Are you a dog? They're most likely assassins.
くそ
I have no idea who it is, but they came here to eliminate their target. That would be me.
は
What? Don't look at them. If they begin to suspect something, it's all over. I know. Don't say that as though you know everything. Goodbye, Brad. I'm really sorry.
おい
Wait. Brad's father turned to leave, but Brad grabbed his arm firmly.
なあ
Why are they after you? I'm not going to get you involved. Brad's father was about to head off again. Then Chad suddenly appeared in front of us.
やれやれ
I'm going to shake them off. He smiled lightly.
でも
But if you put yourself in danger, Hinata, be quiet. Just leave it to Chad.
おい
You guys should keep your heads down for now. I'll let you know when it's safe.
すまない
I'm
い
sorry.
や
How old do you want anyway?
そうですね
Sadly, I did too. What's going on here? I don't know, super secret spy stuff. When the conversation had ended, everyone naturally went off in different directions. Chad disappeared into the funeral procession and threw the men in black off track. Alan casually hid us from view and guided us to a safe hiding spot.
なあ
Will you tell me why you were gone? Can he not? Can his dad not talk that much? It kind of hurts my throat. His dad just shouldn't talk. He can just nod. The atmosphere was suffocating. Brad's father hesitated for a second, then spoke. I know what I did. I know that I did you wrong. In the end, I couldn't resolve anything, and your mother died. He kept his voice low and controlled, but it sounded incredibly sad. I won't understand it. I won't understand if you apologize without any explanation.
Oi.
Please explain it to me. I tried to calm down Brad before he got worked up again, so I gently placed a hand on his back. Brad seemed to understand and took a deep breath. I used to be part of a certain gang when I was young. The predecessor to Gang 66 that you're currently a part of.
Huh?
What? On the outside, it may have looked like I look like I'm dependable. So they entrusted me with a lot of money. But the truth is, I'm just a coward. I was prohibited from telling anyone that it belonged to that gang. One day, they asked your mother where the money was. You had just been born. I couldn't dodge the question and shirk the responsibility. I wanted to let my family know that I was a member of that gang, but who would have believed me? The money and the team were under my supervision. I was being monitored. That's... Brad looked shocked. Wait, so what? You're being monitored by who? The predecessor. So you're being monitored by the former leader of the group. Okay. But what did you do with the money? You don't believe me? I get that. I was in charge of all the transactions they needed. My knowledge and connections for that. The only reason I wasn't killed was probably because there wasn't anyone to replace me.
Nah.
Is that the truth? Yes. Brad's face contorted. It looked like he might burst into tears again at any moment.
くそ
I didn't know that you were a gang member. And that it was a predecessor to Gang 66. On top of that. I guess it's 66. I don't know why I'm just saying 66. Mom and I just thought that you drank a lot. I'm sorry. Brad, 66 is quite vicious. After you were born, they forced me to hand over the money. On top of that, you, who were my weak spot joined them.
No.
It's not like that. Everyone treated me really well. I won't deny that. Regardless of how it started, I didn't know what happened after you joined the gang. Brad clenched his teeth in frustration. I quietly look at Brad, just stare at him. In silence. Talk to Brad. Talk to Brad's father. So, he was in the gang, and the previous leader, I guess, had him as the money guy, and he was doing his job, and he just didn't want to get them in trouble or something, and that's why he left? Is that what it is? To protect them? I don't know if just leaving your family behind protects them. Because they're still your family. And clearly you love them enough to leave them behind. Whatever. Well, quietly looking at Brad isn't going to do anything if we just go. That's not going to help. I don't really. I feel like understanding Brad's perspective is more important than talking to his father. Also, I just don't want his father to talk anymore. So talk to Brad. Only Brad all the time, even though he did things that are not fine. Yeah, I rhymed. Not on purpose. I heard it as I said it, and I couldn't stop myself from saying the thought that was in my brain. Brad. I think your friends are depending on you. That's what I thought when I saw you talking to each other before. Haha. It would be great if that were true. Brad smiled weakly. Brad, you should get away as soon as you can. As Brad's father. Damn it. Brad, you should get away as soon as you can.
Huh?
That's impossible. I know that it might be impossible straight away, but you should think about it. I know that I'm in no position to give you advice, but there are many kids out on the street that couldn't go to school, and I don't think that's solely the fault of our country's regulations. I think some people were scheming to have those kids join a gang.
そんな。
No way.
Oh.
Now that you mention it, there may be some truth in that.
けど
But in the end, and the song goes through my head, stop it. But in the end, everyone still has a choice and decided whether they wanted to join a gang or not. So they can really only blame themselves. That's right. Brad, it looks like you've turned out to be much stronger and more determined than I am. I can only be grateful to your mother for raising you. Brad's father looked after the funeral procession. Brad's eyes also flickered over to the crowd. I became strong because you weren't around, but my mother became weaker. Brad sounded very much like a kid in his rebellious state when he said that. Brad's father just smiled. There wasn't a single day that I didn't think about you. I'm glad I met you. Brad's face crumpled. He covered his face with one hand. Yes, he did. Good job. With the sprite covering his face with one hand. That his father would clear up the covered his face with one hand. Okay, I feel like that was just a leap. I thought I skipped over a thing. That his father would clear up the hatred between them like this. He even mentioned how glad he was. Oh, I thought I got an achievement, but it was somebody coming up to play. He even mentioned how glad he was that he got to meet his son. It was enough to make anyone cry. I'll keep an eye on you from now on. Brad's father slowly turned on his heel and walked away. I bet he has like a black trench coat or something. In a hat. And sunglasses. And a cane. That's just how I picture him. I know they didn't say any of those things, but that's just what I imagine. I thought that Brad would say something, but his eyes were brimming with tears when he looked up. I was sure they would overflow the moment he opened his mouth. So, I saw his father off instead. Brad, I'm glad the two of you talked. Brad didn't respond as he wiped away his tears roughly with the back of his hand. Let's head back, Hinata.
Hi.
Yes. Brad looked as if he were bracing himself. We're still in the hotel, I see. That has to be expensive. I know it's not the best hotel, but still. I mean, motel. After the funeral, Brad and I returned to the motel. Going back to the apartment would be dangerous, and we didn't have anywhere else to go.
すまない。
I'm sorry for making you sleep in such a stuffy place.
いえ、
It's fine. You're protecting me after all.
いや
That's true, but somehow you're always the one to support me in the end. Brad let out a deep sigh.
ううん。
So much bad stuff has happened. I'm glad I could help you through it. Yes, without you, I wouldn't have made it. He said it casually, but my heartbeat sped up. It might have been selfish of me, but I realized how important Brad was to me. The urge to protect him was getting stronger and stronger. I feel like such a turning point only happens once in a lifetime. If I had been alone, I would have had no idea how to get through it all.
今俺にはさもうお前以外になんもねえよ
Right now, you're all I've got. Fred said that. He said sadly. I'm just combining words. Words are not even there. Brad. I keep saying Brad like that. Brad said that I was all he had. I was worried about him because he was so precious to me. That's why I couldn't hold back any longer, and I pulled him into a hug. It was the first time I felt such a deep affection for anyone.
サンキューひなた
Oh, he said that in English. I don't know how to say it. He said, "Thank you, Hinata." Brad's voice was gentle as he hugged me back.
俺さ頑張ってもっともっと強くなるよ
I'll do my best to become an even stronger person.
俺が弱かったからこんなことになったんだ
All of this happened because I was weak.
自分は強いつもりでいたけどそんなのは思い上がりだった
I thought I could be strong, but I was just kidding myself.
ブラッド。
Brad,
たとえさどんな境遇だろうとどんな理由があろうと悪に染まっちゃいけなかったんだ
no matter what kind of circumstances I face, I won't get involved in anything bad anymore.
周りに流されちゃいけなかったんだ
I won't let myself be manipulated by those people.
分かってるようで分かってなくて俺いつも間違えてたんだな
I always thought I understood that, when in fact, I didn't. I was wrong all along.
母さんの守り方も間違えてたんだな
I didn't choose the right path to protect my mother.
守りたくてももう母さんはいない
Okay, why is she mother
後
there?
悔ばっかが胸の
But
中
then
に残
mom
っち
and
まった
sometimes. I know in Japanese there's a couple ways to say mom or mother, but in English, usually they fix that in translation. And now she's no longer here. So all I'm left with is regret.
お母さんはいないかもしれないけど、きっとどこかでブラッドのことを見てます。
Your mother may not be here anymore, But I'm sure she's watching over you from somewhere.
だからこれから変わっていけばいいんじゃないですか。
So, you'll know how to make the right decisions in the future.
今度こそ正しいと思う方向に。
Next time, you'll choose the right path. Brad looked at me. His eyes were desperate, but burning with determination at the same time.
正しいと思う方向。
The right path. Brad muttered to himself, and then shook his head a little.
そこにお前はいるのか？俺と一緒にいてくれるのか？
Will you be there? Will you be there with me?
そんなのもちろんです。
That goes without saying. A smile bloomed on Brad's face. I wondered when I'd last seen him smile like this.
じゃあ俺決めた。ちゃんとギャングから足を洗って定職にもつくよ。
Then, I've decided I will wash my hands of that gang and find a proper job.
それが最大の親孝行だろ？
And that's the right path. Don't you think?
はい。
Yes. The two of us smiled at each other. It had been a long time since I'd smiled like that. However, it wasn't that easy to wash his hands of the gang. Brad and I thought about ways to get him away from his gang, but it wasn't easy. Well, we'll end this episode here. I went way over, so you get to enjoy a longer episode. Yay! So we'll see the plans for wiping his hands of the gang in the next episode. Hopefully it's not like 10 minutes long and there's like still more chapters to go. If not, I'm just gonna rant for like 10 minutes. And that's cool too. Until then, see you next time. Esta noche quiero amar, no me quiero ilusionar, pero quiero ir a buscarte. Esta noche